I quit my job because I can't take care of my basic needs and work 40 hours a week at the same time. It's really hard to say this out loud and put it online, but I know that I'm not the only person going through this. I've almost been fired from every job that I've ever had, and it's not because I'm not smart. I actually tend to overperform in the beginning. It's just that after some time, I inevitably burn out once I wake up one day and realize that I haven't taken a shower in like 3 weeks. It's
Nah, I'm sorry. Mm-mm. Huh? Okay. I mean, just straight off the bat, number one, you quit your job because you feel burnt out. Okay, I can give you that. Number two, this is a pattern, obviously. As you said, you have quit every job that you have had due to burnout. And you say that you tend to overperform. I can give you that. I can, without any other context, look, let me get you off the screen. I'm willing to give you that. Not taking a shower for a few weeks, I think that's a sign of clinical depression. I think it's a lot deeper than just job issues. Now, look, I'm not a psychologist. I'm just a guy who does as much research as I can. I just know enough to be dangerous in essence. And what this is seeming like to me is definitely some sort of depression taking place. But there is also how do I say this? A lack of personal accountability. And unfortunately, there's going to be a multitude of people who watch this video and immediately they gravitate towards, empathizing. I feel your pain. I too am burnt out. I too hate working 40 hours a week. It's too much. I wish I didn't have to work. And you know what? I get that. I'm with you. I completely understand. Most people are not doing the thing they're supposed to be doing, or let me put this in better context. They're not doing the thing that they may love the most, the thing that is fulfilling, the thing that is giving them the most energy, etc. The only reason I have that opportunity is because, frankly, I gave myself that opportunity. I had to make the sacrifices. I had to move back in with my folks and really figure things out. And thankfully, I had that opportunity, but, it was pretty embarrassing, and I had to swallow my pride to get to a place where I had things. I had my own apartment, 2-room apartment in the middle of the Bay Area, where it costs more than most people's homes. Unfortunately, I was living it out in a corporate little job I had gotten myself after being a freelance marketer. So I had really built something, but I was not satisfied. I was not happy. I hated almost every single moment of it. At a certain point, I just couldn't do it anymore. But I said to myself, okay, here's the thing. You're going to have to do something. So if you want to do something that resonates with you, you're going to have to build that. You're going to have to put your whole self into it. It's not just about to happen magically. And so I doubled and tripled down. And again, I understand that not everybody is built for that level of risk tolerance. Everybody's at a different place in life, etc. But not taking a shower for 3 weeks is crazy. Like, let's just get that off the bat. There's something else going on here, but I'm going to let her finish. She's got about 30 seconds more of yappery going on. So I'm going to let her yap. And then I'm going to get back to yapping. So let's get into it.
really frustrating because I know that I'm an intelligent person and I've been able to accomplish a lot of really amazing things in my life, but I still can't manage to take care of myself. And it's not just a matter of not trying hard enough or not being disciplined. If I could take care of my basic needs and work full time, I would have done that by now and then some. It's a form of self-sabotage to honestly be putting so much energy into these executive functioning skills at work and not have anything left to give myself.
Well, again, there's actually some things I agree with in there. But I got to be real with y'all. There is a level of softness. I just put it that way. I'm learning to be more gentle with my approach. And by learning, I mean every now and then. 90% of the time, I'm still going to be petty as hell. I'm sorry, can't help myself. But yeah, there's a level of softness in this generation. And I don't just mean Gen Z. I mean the entire age we're living in, the era that we're currently in, where it is far more conducive to complain about things and, woe is me. I mean, look at all the work that I have to do, etc. And I'm not saying that those who came before us, our forefathers, our ancestors, our, grandparents, etc., were not complainers and weren't continuously standing out there protesting. I mean, hell, they were the hippies. All they did was protest, some of them. But there's something to be said about facing the realities of life, that in life you're going to have to choose. Well, what does Jordan Peterson say? He said, choose your damn sacrifice. Choose your damn Either you're going to make the sacrifice, which is I'm going to take a risk and bet on myself, or I'm going to put most of my life in somebody else's hands. And that's a choice. Again, we live in this sort of delusion of have to. It's not a have to. I mean, she just let y'all know right there. She went 2-3 weeks without taking a shower. So showering is not even a have to. You might be funky. People look at you crazy. You're smelling yourself and you're not probably getting used to your own damn scent. But at first you're like, damn, everywhere I go, it is funk. It is musky. But you still don't have to. So you don't have to go to that job. You don't have to take that job. She said she has quit all the jobs that she has taken, which I'm going to unpack and get into those elements as well after we replay this video. But when it's all said and done, there's going to have to be choices that we make, right? It's like you can choose, let's say, the joy of parenthood, but there's also everything else that comes with being a parent, right? All the other, y'all know what parenthood is not all look at this cute little baby. Some people have the delusion that that's what it is. Guess what? The little cute baby grows up. And even when they are a cute little baby, you're probably not going to sleep for a long time. There's going to be a lot of need from that infant, and you're going to have to be the one to fulfill those needs. And that's going to continue throughout that child's life, right? The needs change. They change. You raised one, and then all of a sudden you got a whole different, character coming up out of them. Those all come with the parenting aspect. But there's also joy to be had there, right? There's also fulfillment to be had there. It's one of the most beautiful things that life has produced or allows us to essentially experience. You could choose not to have kids and feel the freedom and feel whatever else may come with it, right? The lack of responsibility, etc. But you don't have the joys of parenthood. That right there is choosing your quote unquote damn sacrifice. And so you could choose to have a 9-to-5 job, working 40 hours a week. You have a constant paycheck, et cetera, right? Somebody's taking care of those things. Me, I work for myself, which means if I don't hunt, I don't eat. It's really that simple. If I don't go out there and produce value and people don't buy into what I'm selling, nothing's coming in. So some people may say, well, what? But you have opportunity to have a 10K month, 20K month, 30K month. Yes. Technically, if you have your own business, you can make as much money as you can make, but you could also make nothing. So are you willing to take that risk to learn to not be a victim and wake up every day and say, look at what the world's doing to me? For me, look at the algorithms, right? I mean, yes, you could be pissed off. You could feel some type of way, but guess what? You're still going to have to be the solution to that problem that you got. So again, with sis here, there's maybe some underlying things. Maybe there's some borderline personality that's taking place or something of that nature. Maybe there's maybe there's bipolar. I don't know. Maybe she's hyper, she's really getting it. And then all of a sudden, she has an episode and she's unhinged. I don't know. I haven't been around this chick. All I know is what I can base off of. Do I think she's smart? I think she knows how to communicate, intelligence in that way, but that doesn't save you in a job, right? If you are working as a plumber, you're going to have to know obviously the skill set, things of that nature, but you have to have the ethic to go and get the job done. And whether or not you're going to move up in that space, whether you're corporate, blue collar, whatever, maybe entrepreneur, or you're working for somebody, you're still going to have a certain level of work ethic, grit, perseverance to get that thing done. There's no other way. You can opt out. Maybe find you a quote unquote rich husband but there's going to be something that comes with that. You see, everything is a trade-off in life. Shout out to Brother Thomas Sowell. He said, there are no solutions. There are trade-offs. That's a bar. There are no, are you willing to do this? Okay. You're going to trade this for that. You're going to trade your time for money, Or, you can make money that is not connected to time. You build assets, but guess what? You're going to have to build those assets. And guess what? You have to find a way to make sure that they sell. Make sure that you monetize those if that's the goal of it at the end of the day. Right? You can't have Netflix for 6 hours and also have the business that you want to build in those 6 hours. You got to choose. There has to be a trade-off. Choose your damn sacrifice. So I'm going to play this through one more time because there's some things I obviously didn't catch in the first run around. And we're going to break this down at a molecular level. So let's get into it.
I quit my job because I can't take care of my basic needs and work 40 hours a week at the same time.
So I can't take care of my basic needs and work 40 hours. So what she's saying, I believe, is I'm working 40 hours and I still can't afford my lifestyle. And to that, I would say, first of all, where are you living? Where are you working? How much you making? And also, I would say, what is your lifestyle? Some of us have to be real with ourselves. Money is going out and is going somewhere, and we're the ones spending it. So, okay, basic needs, which is everything in the house, food, transportation, and then you have your other expenditures, right? I have seen a multitude of people who can live on a very, very slim margin. But it's because they're willing to make certain sacrifices. And then you can build your way up and, hopefully you don't allow that lifestyle inflation to be a thing. But if you do, at least it is keeping up with how much money you're making. But unfortunately, many of us in the Western world, we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, there's enough money to get your hair done. There's enough money to get, the nose ring cleaned or whatever it is. There's enough money for something. The money's going somewhere. And I know it's obviously there's this story of nobody can afford to live anymore. Nobody can afford this, and that. Well, look, somebody's affording something because people are buying. The buying has not stopped. Shoot the messenger if you want, but that's the God honest truth.
It's really hard to say this out loud and put it online, but I know that I'm not the only person going through this. I've almost been fired from every job that I've ever had, and it's
almost been fired. Y'all caught that before I did. My mind was somewhere else and I left. I've almost been fired from every job I've had. That's a personal thing. It's like I have only been in toxic relationships. I've only been in relationships with narcissists, etc. You're on narcissist 1, okay. Narcissist 2, okay. Narcissist 3, 4, 5, 6. Common denominators.
Not because I'm not smart. I actually tend to overperform in the beginning. It's just that after some time, I inevitably burn out once I wake up one day and realize that I haven't taken a shower in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm sorry. You haven't taken a shower in 3 weeks is absolutely insane. That has nothing to do with the job. And okay, look, there's the morning showers, there's the nighttime showers, there's the twice a day showers, and there's the never showers. You just so happen to be on the side of the never showers. That's what that is. It's nasty, but it's still a decision that you're making. I went from being a morning shower to now a nighttime shower just because it's more convenient for, the way I'm living right now. I'm on run and gun mode. I'm building. And so, I like to get up early, right? Get myself cleaned off a little bit, but I done took the shower the last night so I can basically get out the door. Get my little box lunch, boom, boom, I'm out, right? Don't be nasty. Brush them damn teeth. Wipe yourself down, whatever is necessary. Put the damn deodorants on. Put all that on. Aluminum and all. But 3 weeks is insane. That's clinical. Like something's going on there. Something psychologically is taking place that is likely depression. And that's not something to laugh at, but that has nothing to do with the job of burnout.
It's really frustrating because I know that I'm an intelligent person and I've been able to accomplish a lot of really amazing things in my life, but I still...
Humility is important. I don't believe in self-deprecation and beating yourself down. Oh, I'm nothing. No. That's BS. You have to have a certain level of healthy self-esteem, but there is an overvaluation, I think, also in this generation of like, I'm great. I've done amazing things, etc. Okay. then put that into the marketplace, and the marketplace will let you know if those things are great, right? For me, I can say, well, I have incredible content. I've done this, like, I have the, okay, fantastic. Let's see the content. Oh, people aren't resonating. They're not resonating. They don't care. They don't care. Hey guys, I have this widget I'm selling. Fantastic. Do I want it? No. That's your realistic mirror. It's not to say your own sense of self-worth as a human being, but that's the God honest truth about it. So yeah.
I can't manage to take care of myself. And it's not just a matter of not trying hard enough or not being disciplined. If I could take care of my basic needs and work full time, I would have fucking done that by now. And
this is going to be the last thing I'll say, then I'll wrap up. The victim mentality will keep you in a place where you're perpetually seeing the world from this lens of things are happening to me, as opposed to I am happening or imposing myself on the world around me, right? And I'm not saying controlling people. It's controlling your own situations, circumstances, your own thoughts and your own behaviors. So when you have this mentality of I've been doing everything, it's just the world is unfair and this is unfair and the government's doing this and these ones are doing that and my spouse or the lack thereof, blah, blah, blah. That victim mentality right there is going to be the death of you. It will. You will never win with that mentality. You will never move forward. You'll perpetually be in a state of stuckness. And that's what I'm also seeing here. And unfortunately, it has just been so normalized. It's become normalized to just, woe is me. Look how terrible things are. Even though we're living in the very best times in human history, things have never been better in every single way imaginable. And yet, it's like it's never been easier to make money, yet I'm broke and it's the system's fault. It's never been more peaceful and yet I'm anxious and it's the world's fault. Like, you can choose to continue to perpetuate these loops that you're in by continuing to see yourself as a victim and things are happening to you, or you can choose to break out of that. It's not an easy thing, but it's a simple thing. Like, the process is simple, but it's not always easy because, we're in love with our stories. We're in love with our victimhood sometimes. So yeah, all the best to you, sis. Please take a shower. I mean, you're dressed. Like, it looks like you put yourself together. So at the very least, cleanse your body. Start with some wipes, something like that. Shower. Take a damn shower. Okay? Please. It will make you feel better. You'll probably keep a job for longer. I'm just saying. It might be the funk. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 3-6-5, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up. You know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises. You get to praising.